How you going, guys and girls? Luke Warner from Shilling Entertainment. Anyway guys, look, I thought about doing a bit of a special video today. It all started, my story starts, I was working on I've gone through pain with everything. Like I said, I did the first bout of pain that I went through was with The Count, where I ended up playing a psychopathic role, a character by the name of Jericho, in my 2012 The Count.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna fucking document this shit. I think this is important. I think it's fucking vital. Okay, let's fuck with the past, though. Smile for the camera, come on. Smile for the camera, come on. Start game one, right here and right now.
And that character, it drained, it zapped every last ounce of energy that I had, emotionally and physically. I invested myself in that character to the point where there was no end. There was, it wasn't just a role to me. It wasn't just a job. It wasn't just a piece of acting. It was something much more than that. It took me nearly almost 2 years to fully get that shit out of my system, to fully get that character's essence out of my system. I ended up, as a result of playing that role, I achieved, I used to have a lot of flashbacks. This is one thing that if you push your characters to the limit through method acting or whatever it may be, you've got to be extremely careful, because it has a residual effect. I remember going back to the farmhouse where we filmed the movie, and I would see visions of what went on. I could see the blood on the wall still, you know, I could see, and it would zap me back into that moment, and seeing my cast members, it was because I built such a connection, or such a bond, such a relationship with those people. And I didn't want it, I invested myself so much into it that I didn't want it to end. And I wanted it to end, but I didn't want it to end. And I remember seeing them drive off after the filming had done, and the reality of trying to come to terms with, that's it, it's finished, it's over. Because I invest myself to no end in that film. So that was the first bout. I got through that. I battled through that. Got to the other side. And I worked on my second major film called Project Snap Factory, which I'm still currently working on to this day. And I'm gonna enlighten you all. I'm gonna shed some light on what happened, my reasons. There are reasons why people do what they do. They're not just doing it for shits and giggles. You know, there are people out there, there are actors that have worked on films, there are crew members that have worked on films, and they had such a great time, and then they don't hear anything of a film for a while, and they blame those people, and I can understand the reasons why. Because, you know, you come into a project, you put your heart and soul into it, and you see no results. And it seems to be this running trend that's going on in the film industry, and I can understand the reasons why. Because at one stage in my life, I used to put stuff out, and then I realised that in this life, it's all about moving forward and progressing. It's not about doing rinse and repeat techniques, doing the same shit over and over, thinking things are going to change, which a lot of people do. Now, to me, that's just fucking madness. You know, with everything you do, even actors will probably agree with me. In any field, doesn't matter what you do, we are all striving for that next level. We're all trying to become the best that we can possibly be in ourselves. We don't just do the same fucking things over and over, and there are people out there that do this. indie filmmakers that do play this game, this fucking game, you know, and they're looking for short, quick little buzzers. They want that, they love that fucking feeling, that sexual feeling that they get of releasing something out in the world. Doesn't matter what it's like, doesn't matter if it's shit or good, they just love and crave the awards of pumping stuff out. And that is a fucking reality, that's a fact. And there are fucking people out there that would die for their products. That they put so much fucking energy and effort into their productions. And they want to become something. They're not just doing it because they want to do it, they're doing it because they want to be someone and something. We as filmmakers, we have to stop wasting time. So when I started Project Snap Factory, it was just like any other film. I left. I was working on after the count. I was then working on a project before that called The Next Day.
You're not listening to fucking what he said. He said, "Sit the fuck down. Sit down. Sit down right now. You fucking dead."
And it was a film that I wanted to do at the time. And I lost a lot of friends because of that film, but you know, at the end of the day, it's circumstances. And I started working on that film, and I had such good ideas for it, but it wasn't meant to be. And people need to learn to accept that. They need to learn that sometimes yes, sometimes no. It was another negative film that I've been down that road before. There's no point in me going down that path again. I needed to progress further than that. I needed to bump it up another level, another notch. So I then invested myself into a film that I'd done a short film for. Well, I'd done a couple of short films for, and it was a running series, and I had so many great ideas for it, and I wanted to continue this story because I believed in it. I have great ideas for it. I see a conclusion with this film. It is such a huge film. It's got so much guts and core and charisma behind it. And I wanted to work on the next installment. It was supposed to be a 2-part miniseries. It was supposed to be 2 episodes, which we ended up combining into one. It was just a last minute thought. And I wanted to continue the Snap Factory story. I wanted to continue that legacy. So the pre-production was fairly straightforward. I did everything that I needed to do. I wrote the script. I worked out, scheduling. I worked out what I needed prop-wise, locations, characters, clothing, all that type of stuff. So it was pretty straightforward. It was a lot of hard work, but it was normal. It was the norm for me. I've done it before many times. It was pretty straightforward. So I didn't get crooked then. I was fine. Everything was going good. I personally believe where it all started was when I made this one simple decision. I went into this project at the very beginning thinking that it was going to be a $2,000 budget with the filming of my own gear. That was the plan. And the circumstance changed in a blink of an eye, just like that. One simple decision can change your life, can fuck you up, or it can make you better. It's a gamble. And people need to realise that in this film industry, nothing is set in stone, nothing is set in concrete. Things change all the time. And people need to accept and understand that's just the way it is. That's life. We go in with a vision and we want that vision to come to fruition, but it changes. Certain things change, key things change. And one of those decisions was I wanted to just direct. I've been filming, I've been acting, directing, fucking filming shit for so long, for so many years. I've done it with everything I've done. And for this film, I just wanted to sit there, no acting, I didn't want to film it, no camera operating, nothing like that. I just wanted to direct. So I put the call out to the people that were involved in Snap Factory, and I said, I'm looking for a cinematographer, and do you guys know anyone? Anyway, they threw some names down, but one really jumped out at me. Was a Melbourne cinematographer at the time, moved to Hobart, Tasmania, and his name was Matthew Scott. And I watched some of his work, some of his showreel material, and I instantly fell in love. He had such a clean, crisp, bold Hollywood feel. The cinematography was absolutely gorgeous, and he's built himself up over the years to create this work. He's got real skill. And the thing that very much impressed me about Matt was the fact that not only was he a good guy, he also had access to his own camera equipment, which is a big thing, especially in today's. We tend to hire a lot of stuff and that, but to have your own gear it's a big thing. It's good, and I was blown away. I was impressed. I remember I was at the farm at the time talking to him, and I was so excited and blown away at the aspect of filming this movie on a Red 1 camera. My first big decent film, I've been filming on different cameras over the years, but this was kind of like end game shit to me. This was a big thing to be filming this movie in 4K. With one of the best cameras on the market, one of the best cameras that money could buy. I'm like, fuck, this is just gonna look so much better, and so much like my vision changed. And so when I had access to that, the access to the Red 1 camera, I then I thought, well, I can't take shortcuts anymore. I can't take shortcuts with this film. I'm going to have to go all out and spend money on sound now. And like I said, my circumstances changed, so did the stress levels rise. You think you've got everything under control, and you don't, and everything changes, your vision changes, your expenses go up, better equipment, better everything, and it's just the stress and the level of... I had to really raise my game. I said, we're working with some really good actors here, some of the finest actors that Melbourne's got. We're filming on some of the best gears, best sound, best camera, fantastic makeup. I'm going to have to hire real police uniforms, real guns. Everything changed. Everything changed. And I did this, and then I looked at it and said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to really, really invest in this project, because I do believe in it a hell of a lot. It's my baby. So, that being said, I ended up getting all this stuff on board. I was thinking about myself, of course, but I was also thinking about the people that were going to be involved in this, how much and how great that would be for them. Because recognition's everything. Building a name, getting your name out there, making it stand out, making it pop, getting the world knowing who you are in the right way, in the right sense. So I was happy, I was ecstatic. I didn't worry about the consequences at the time. I said, fuck it, even if it cost me 30 grand, I'll just pay it off. I had no fear. The fear had left me. Because I did the count and I lost all that fear. And I didn't batter an eyelid. What Lukey wants, Lukey gets. So I had access to all this stuff, all this cool stuff. And then the pressures of particular certain key crew members, which I won't name names, were also putting a lot of pressure and stress on me in terms of financial, in terms of attitude on set. You know, we're an indie film production company. We are not fucking Endgame. I don't class myself as Endgame. I know I am only an independent filmmaker. And to have the attitude of these people come on my set after they are fully aware of the situation of what's going on and fucking accuse me of not being professional with what I do. I needed those people, but I just could not wait for the filming to be done. They made it, made the process of filming unenjoyable. It then become a dread. And it's people like that that fucking piss me off and should not even be here. Because they're the arseholes that wreck it and destroy it for everyone. When I make a movie, I like everyone to be like a tight-knit family fucking community. No bullshit, no bickering. I've had that on nearly every fucking set that I've worked on. It's got to be one fucking person that just can't conform, just can't fucking grow up, and that's got to make issues for people. That is what breaks people's heart. So I was really enjoying this film, and then when I was filming it and the shit I was going through, I just could not fucking wait to get it over and done with. It was such a fucking drag. And I had particular actors that I had to replace because they didn't invest, they didn't put themselves in they didn't feel what I felt. They didn't want to invest. They had fucking other fucking projects on the go and they're planning around my fucking project. No, if you're going to work on my production, you fucking work on my production. You work on one film. You don't have multiple things going on in the background, and you got to. I'll make time for you, Luke. I know you're doing it for nothing. One of the things that I've learnt, one of the major things that I've learnt is about paying people. Is about giving. It's all about. It's a business. Working around giving people. You know, you're always doing it for people. So if I make money from this film, I'm going to pay my actors out. I'm going to do it because it's the right fucking thing to do. It's a business. If I'm making money from this, they deserve to be paid. And that is my attitude now. I've learnt that over the years. Over the years, I had the same old fucking negative. I had that attitude where I'd rather invest money, and a lot of actors agree. They would rather see the money invested into the overall production, because they know it's only low budget and independent, but they would rather see the money go into the productions to make them look good. And I understand. I can understand that completely, but we're coming in a time now where it's not about that shit anymore. It's about doing a job. It's a job. It's a business. We're making money from a product. So may nothing change. That should change. I've grown up a hell of a lot doing the films. I've really grown up. It's really made me very strong-minded, and it's really made me very humble. I remember, I used to put up a lot of shit posts on Facebook and fucking brag and carry on, and just thinking I was doing it for boost myself up, keep the name in the game, keep it fresh, but it becomes less effective over time. The more you brag about yourself, the less impact it has. And I encourage people to stay humble. Post when you need to post. Don't just do it for the fucking shits and giggles of it. Because at the end of the day, it's not getting you anywhere. I thought it was, but it wasn't. It was actually having an adverse effect. There is more impact than holding back and releasing something that's official and finalised than releasing something that's shit and half done. So that's the approach I'm going down now. I've gone through that phase. I've been putting up with many years of the crap. and I've learnt that it doesn't get you anywhere. You're just burning all this unnecessary energy and you're wasting time and you're not getting anywhere. So to me, it's all about actions speak louder than words. It's all about me creating the best possible products that I can make now, and that's my attitude now. So this film's really shaped me into a strong person, but it's come at a cost. It's which I'm getting to. Finally got to the point where I was filming, was dreading it, wanted to get it over and done with, got it done. Everyone moved on, and I was stuck with the film. In the post-production phase, where I am now. This is where it come out. I was working hard on different things, the trailer, the film. I had all these other things on my mind as well, like flyers. I'm running a business, getting a website made, flyers, DVD covers, fuck you name it. I was doing it all, and I couldn't focus. My concentration was jumping from one thing to another all the time, and I couldn't settle on a job. And I'd be chipping away at that, and then I'd be moving over to this, doing a bit, and then over to that, doing a bit, and I got in this cycle. And I got crooked because of it, and I ended up saying to myself, okay, I'm going to just try and focus on knocking fucking all these miscellaneous jobs out first, and then sit down and then get to the point in my life where I can just focus on doing films, movies, that's it. So obviously I got a bit burnt out. I think I've been a little bit burnt out from with everything that's going on in the production, with everything else that's going on in my life. Trying to outdo myself all the time, trying to become better and better and better, because felt like I had fuck all impact with the count. I just wanted more for that. I just wanted more, because I put so much into it and I wanted more. And I didn't get that. I only got the standard old stock shit like everyone else does, and then I said, okay, I'm going to keep amping it up all the time. I keep amping it up, adding more, doing this, doing that, fucking adding, and it just never stopped. There was no end. There wasn't a cut-off switch for me. There was no end. Just keep rising the fucking bar, thinking that this is the film that's going to make it, this is the film that's going to get us off the ground, this is the film, because I've got sick and tired of seeing this fucking same old routine, rinse and repeat technique bullshit. Everyone keeps doing, it's the same fucking old shit over and over, keep on people making films, don't go anywhere, move on, it's a cycle, and I'm getting fucking over it. I want more result, better result. So I thought the only way I could do that is by outdoing everyone. Going to the next level, fucking stretching, pushing, bending, fucking, doing what I could to get out there and fucking make it, win for once. So people don't understand how much energy and effort and quality and the intense stress that I went under with this production. And it fucking hurts me. It hurts me to think that people have lost faith. It hurts me to think that the friends that I once had, the people that I knew, they've turned against me. They've gone against me. After everything I'm trying to do for people, everything I'm trying to do for myself and for you guys. And I feel like there's only a handful of people that actually still give a shit, and that's about it. Because they look at me as I'm a washed up filmmaker, a bloke that failed. It never truly dies, guys. I'm just wanting people to, because it's very hard for actors, and it's very hard for certain crew members to understand, because you're lumbered with one job. You count yourself lucky. I know your jobs are very stressful, like everything in life, but you've got one thing to focus on, one thing to worry about. It does not fucking end for a filmmaker. There is constant. You're constantly working. You are constantly doing jobs. And you have to be careful. You've got to look after yourself. And you've got to stop worrying about what people think, because that can fucking get you down. You know, I will get there. Because I've come too far. I haven't failed. I haven't quit. I don't know the meaning of quit. There's been times where I've wanted to, but I couldn't even do it even if I wanted to. And now I'm here. With an illness that I've got due to trying to make the world better. Trying to give a bit of hope. Get people across the line to that next level that they're craving. And I'm paying the fucking price for it. We have to start living in reality. You got to see things from a new light, new perspective. You can't just expect to fucking live and breathe a situation. We're living in a world where it's all controlled and governed, and people think it's the norm to get your McDonald's within 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to crack the shits. This is the world we are programmed to live. And we need to take a step back and just really, really, really fucking look at the situation. These people, like McDonald's and all these big major companies that are successful, that are making it, you know, they've got people behind it, they've got fucking endless amount of money, they can do whatever they fucking want, and they just give you shit and you accept it. This is the road we're going down. People will not look at a piece of art. Someone will spend thousands of hours working on a drawing, and someone shits fucking paint out their ass on a canvas, and the bloke that fucking shit paint out on a fucking canvas gets more money than the bloke that spent thousands and thousands of fucking man hours drawing or painting to perfection. We're living in a world where we would prefer the scraps from Longshank's table instead of it's just got me fucked. Don't lose faith. Use your head. Use your brain. Don't believe everything that people tell you, and stop fucking listening to people that are just full of shit. I've been diagnosed. I've got OCD disorder. I'm not happy with it. I'm ashamed of it. But I've got to live with it. And this is a fucking result of everything I've gone through. And I got no love or respect for it. No one gives a shit at the end of the day. No one fucking cares. It's a sad reality that we're living. One day I'll die, but I will leave this world knowing that I went about it the right way. My heart's pure. So don't think I've given up, guys, because I haven't. Way I see it, things have just begun. But please understand, and I applaud and I appreciate everyone that's been waiting patiently. I pray, I hope and I pray that one day when this film does see the light of day, and it will, that people will not just look at it as a film, another film like every other fucking Tom, Dick and Harry. I hope and pray that people look at this film with a bit of respect and realise what one man went through for the love of his people. What he sacrificed, what he went through financially, mentally, physically, because it was enough to bring me to my knees. And I'm still recovering from it to this day. This film really did have an impact on my life. So whenever you're about to question someone or judge someone on... I worked on a film, a few years ago with this guy, and I don't know what's going on with it now. It's, it's obviously fucking ended, it's gone, and then you lose respect for those people. You'll never... And before you say, I'm never going to work with that person again or judge that person, you just have a think about me. You just think of me and you just think, shit, maybe not everything is what it seems. It's not all fucking one-sided. It's not all cut and dry. There's a story behind why everyone does what they do. And I'm trying to shed, and I will fucking be an advocate for it, in trying to convince people of that. And that's why I've said on numerous occasions that many film nights, I've said that actors need to make a movie just like every director has to act in a movie. You need to understand, before you fucking judge, what it's like to step into to someone else's shoes. We are fucking far too quick to judge in this world. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I've done it many times. We are only human. We all make mistakes. No one is perfect. We all sin. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm so lucky, and I'm grateful for where I am now in the world. It could be a lot worse. I have made progress, even if it's taken me a long fucking time, but I've still kept chipping away, guys. And I'm there for yous. And I'll get through this shit eventually one day, and I'll learn a lesson from it. And I'll come in a lot stronger, hopefully. And it will help me make better films, and I'll be able to do more. He called me Mr. Passionate. And with everything else that's gone on and shit, how I felt at the time and all this negative shit, that's not me. It's not me. I'm better than that. But you have to understand that there is two sides of the world. There is a side of love and there's a side of pain. That's why I believe. Look at me now. At least I've started. I've done something, guys. So, to give you guys a bit of an update with what's going on in the world of Shilling, basically the next thing that will be released by us will be our official website. That'll be out and up and running. That'll be the next thing that comes out from us. And then after that, my then focus will be to focus on film. Thank God I got there. So we have plans to release the new special editions, new version of a short film I did after my first film, No Control. I shot back in 2009, called Normal. There's an older version online, guys, but this is going to be a new version, brand new sound. The sound's been completely redesigned. It's got a music score to it now, done by Ronnie Minder. Its sound is 10 times better. It's crisp on the new gear that I've got, the Rode NTG3 shotgun I got. It sounds really good with the new score. And the sound, there's the quality of the sound and the richness of the voice. It's beautiful. No, it's not tinning anymore, and it's just, it's really good. It's crisp. So I'm looking forward to sharing that one with you. That's only a 4 or 5 minute short film. That'll be the next thing. I'll get that out and working on that. And then after that, it'll be the official trailer for Snap Factory for the film. And then it'll be the film after that. So that's the plan, guys. That's the game plan and goals. That's the objective. I was going to share with you. But it's still been doing a bit of 3D modelling work and things like that. Building a 3D studio out of balsa wood at the moment, which is good. That's keeping me busy. That gives me something to do besides film, break things up a bit. So that's looking good at the moment. I've still been working on that. Anyway, guys, I think that's about it. Until next news video, post, whatever you want to call it. I'm writer, producer, director Luke Warner from Shilling Entertainment, and I'm signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for understanding. Thanks for watching.